welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking play, and welcome to part 3, the final part of our Wipeout Manchester United series. And what we have got here is we are in 2028, so I've gone forward another 5 years since part 2, and we're just going to have a look through now, just a quick look to see what sort of players they've brought in, any major transfers, obviously what trophies they've won. So let's kick things off, see how they got on in the Premier League. So here we have the table as we left it at the end of part 2, where they just lost out on goal difference to Manchester City, both finishing on 84 points. It looked like they were really starting to make a charge. So let's see in the next 5 seasons if they have managed to do it. Obviously, if you do want to just look a bit more in depth at clubs that have come up, clubs that have gone down, things like that, then feel free to pause as we're going through. So First off, 23-24, and they slipped down to 4th, but then Man City also slipped down to 3rd as Liverpool romped to the title with Tottenham close behind them. They had amazing seasons there, didn't they? Moving on to 24-25, and Man United are slipping down to 5th, and their points tally is just going down terribly, isn't it? Only 61 points this season as Tottenham hold off Liverpool for the title. Into 25-26, and Tottenham retain their title. They have really come on then, haven't they? Man City up to 2nd, Man United down to 6th, but with more points this time. Their points tally went back up again, but their league position got a little bit worse. 26-27, Tottenham again, 3 in a row as Man United climbed back up to 4th with 78, so not terrible, but this is 9 seasons in now, and they've still not managed to win that league title. And Tottenham again. Wow, Man United back up to 3rd this time and only 5 points behind Tottenham, so they halved the gap. But wow, amazingly, Tottenham, that means, have done it 4 times in a row. I know it's not a Tottenham series, but that is pretty impressive. 4 titles in a row. Tottenham fans, you've got a bright future ahead of you, haven't you? Right, let's have a look then at Man United's Roll of Honour. Let's see exactly what they have won. Rather than going through the schedule all year, apologies if you see some players there. It might give away some spoilers, I guess. So Man United won the Champions League. They have managed to win the last 2 Champions Leagues, amazingly, 2027, 2028. So we'll maybe have a look at the results in the finals there, see who they beat. Obviously, they haven't managed to win the Premier League. They did get a 2nd place when they, obviously on goal difference, and 2028 just gone now, they managed to get 3rd place. They won the Club World Championship last season, didn't manage to hold on. They won the Europa League in 2026, and in 2019, of course, we saw that in episode 1, and they won it a couple of years ago as well. Runner-up in the Super Cup, the European Super Cup, 3 times. 2022, they won the FA Cup, so not really very dominant in that. They did reach the final in 2024. They won the League Cup in 2027 and were runners-up in 2025. Runner-up in the Charity Shield in 2022. And then there's some other things there in the underage categories. So they've managed to win the Champions League for the last 2 seasons. So this season they beat Bayern with a Marcus Rashford goal. So he stayed at the club all 10 years. So we may just have a quick look at him as well, because he was one of those at the beginning of the series that I didn't want to sell because he was an academy lad, a Manchester lad. And it's nice to see that he's got his testimonials. Quite a few years ago, you would imagine as well. He must have been there now. It's got to be 13, 14 years, I guess. So a 2nd-minute goal as they won they beat Bayern Munich in the Camp Nou in the Champions League final. Yeah, that's never happened before. That's really, really bizarre. And again, they won this time against Barcelona. Go on, tell me it was in the Olympico, I assume. Is that Rome's Olympico? It is Rome's Olympico. That would have been amazing if that was in Bayern's ground, wouldn't it? But they beat Barcelona, and Max Aaron's goal getting them the win there. So 2 Champions League triumphs for our brave heroes. Let's have a look then at the transfers of these last 5 years, see what's been going on. So these are the transfers then for 23-24, so season 6. Lewis Cook, Christian Pulisic, Milos Villar, John Sutar and Kelechi Iheanacho all coming in. 174 million spent. They only raised 41 million, so they're still massively spending compared to what they're bringing in. Big transfers out. Aaron Wan-Bissaka went to Wolfsburg. Chong went to Leipzig. Dylan Levitt went to West Ham. And Benjamin Mendy went to Dynamo Kiev. So into 24-25, only 2 transfers, but wow, what a big one. Jadon Sancho in from Real Madrid for 104 million, and Dominic Ryman he's an actual player. I didn't think he would have been. I've never heard of him. Big transfers going out. This time they spent 106 and brought in 26. So again, they are just spending. Big ones going out. Mohamed Sengheza going to Bayer Leverkusen. And that is kind of it for the massive ones. You've got James Garner going to Burnley as well into the next season. And again, massive year of transfers this. 239 million spent, 234 million brought back in. Manuel Akanji in from Leicester. Moussa Dembele in from Wolves for 58 million. And I'm assuming that is the striker, the FM legend. John Holmes from Crystal Palace, Juan Foyt from Arsenal, Emil Odero from Leipzig, who is a goalkeeper, not one that I know of either, to be honest. Musa Wagwe from Hertha, Guilherme Arana from Inter, Filippo Romagna from Chelsea, and then Wanderu Carvalho from is that Goiense or something, I think, in Brazil. Big players going out. John Sutar, he didn't last long, did he? Kelechi Iheanacho didn't last long either. Nabil Bentaleb went out. Diego Ferreiro for 98 million. He's a new gen, isn't he? In a centre-back who he only played 40 games for Man United, and he went to Barcelona. Who else? Ryan Sessegnon. I think they might have taken a bath on Ryan Sessegnon. He went... They paid 52 million for him and then sold him for 10.75. Wow, good business. Kevin Mbabu went. Erling Haaland went to Bayer Leverkusen for 45 million. So yeah, a lot of big transfers there. Just 2 more seasons to catch up on. 148 million spent and 60 million brought in. Vincent Laurent, Hector Rezano and Predrag Karakajic. I'm guessing a lot of these now are going to be new gen, so they're not really... It's not really that relevant who they've brought in. It's just kind of the money they spent. Heung-min Son went to Watford for a fee rising to 20 million. He's 35 in the game now, and he's actually at Cagliari now, it seems, on loan. But he played 60 games for United in the league. Who else went out? Anyone that we would know? Moussa Dembele went for 33.5 million to Shanghai. They don't keep players long, do they? And this is the final season then. 171 million spent, 89 million brought in. Juan Miranda, former Barcelona left-back, it seems, in from Southampton. Josip Brekalo, he was brilliant a couple of FMs ago. He came in from Wolfsburg. And the others I'm not familiar with. Vita Arp for 56 million. He's a real player. I don't know him. He's German. Where would he be in real life? Hamburg. He's down in the 2nd division. That's why I'm not familiar with him. Striker looks pretty decent as well. I'm not surprised they spent that much money on him. In terms of players going out, Musa Wagwe went to Milan. Manuel Akanji, again, they took a loss on him. Jose Gaya went to Benfica. He's been there a while. Filippo Romagna, again, gone to China as well. Right, so... let's have a look then, I guess, at Marcus Rashford and maybe 1 or 2 of the other players in the squad. Here's Marcus Rashford then. He's 30 years of age now, and you can see he's just been at Manchester United his whole career. He has been absolutely brilliant for them as well. 411 appearances, 160 goals. That's just league games, isn't it, I think? But he has been absolutely brilliant for them. Look at these ratings that he's been getting, averaging over all those games. 30 years of age, still valued at 75 million. He has just turned out to be one of the world's best players, you would imagine. Has he won any awards like Ballon d'Or or anything like that? doesn't seem to have. No, doesn't seem to have. But what a player for them. This kid, Harry O'Hara, he looks fantastic. He came into the game in 2020, a striker. He's got virtually a 1 in 2 strike rate for Man United. Had a spell out with Bristol City, but he looks like he's really coming into it. Look at it. He's just wonder kid. Again, so many wonder kids in FM19. He looks unbelievably good. Valued at 73 million. I'm almost half tempted to go through another few years and see just how good this kid becomes. He looks absolutely awesome, doesn't he? Adrian Rabiot's still at the club. He's been there a long time. They got him in the first season, didn't they? So he's done 10 years, played over 300 games. 33 years of age, still valued at 31 million. I mean, did they get him on a... they didn't get him on a free. They bought him in the first window, didn't they? 69 million. And that was absolutely money perfectly spent. You couldn't have asked for a better one. Diego Jota, I think, has been there a while as well. Yeah, 2019 he came in. He's approaching 250 games. Again, he's been an unbelievable servant for them. Christian Pulisic they've just signed, haven't they? But yeah, some really, really good players. Obviously, they've all gone now, haven't they? Like Jesse Lingard and players like that. But yeah, really, really happy that Marcus Rashford stayed at that club for as long as he did. It looks like he'll probably see out his season with them now. So what we're going to do is we are just going to have a quick look and see how their finances are. And they've got 161 million in their transfer budget, and that's 1.5 billion in their 1.5 billion in the bank. What has been going on with them, with their finances? That's unreal, isn't it? So yeah, that is it. I just wanted to just sort of like go forward another few years and just see if they did manage to get back up to Premier League champions. I mean, with some of the players they've got there, with all that money, you think they should really. It looks like it would be a fun club to take over. I might just have a couple of seasons in charge, actually. One thing we didn't do, did we? We didn't go through the managers and see who they had. Marcelo Bielsa was there, wasn't he, at the end of the last episode? He lasted quite a while. 3 years, 232 days. He got 1 cup win. And look who's back. Jose Mourinho is back in charge, and he's got 5 cup wins. Of course, he's delivered those 2 Champions League trophies, hasn't he? That is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? He is back at the club. He's been there now for 3 years. He's the second longest serving in this series, and that makes me want to take the job even more now because it will make him unemployed. But yeah, I mean, he's delivered 5 cups, hasn't he? That's outrageous. But that's it for this one, guys. I'm not going to do any more videos with them. I'm tempted to take them over and see what I can do with them. Could be quite interesting because 10 years down the line now, don't know any of the players in the game pretty much. So it could be worth a little sniff, that. But follow me on Twitter at GamerJamesFM, and if I do, I will probably put it up on there. And yeah, I've loved the support that you guys have given me so far on the first 2 episodes of this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm thinking I might do Real Madrid for the next one because they're another club that apparently need a massive overhaul, so we might look at doing them. I was going to do Man City and even it out, but that's just such a harmonious club. You just can't realistically rip them apart, can you? So I think we might look at doing Real Madrid because I think that one could be quite interesting as well. But if you did like this, guys, remember to hit that like button, subscribe for me as well, jump in the comments. Are you surprised that United haven't won the title? It's been a long time now, hasn't it? It's been 15 years now. To be fair, you could see that happening in real life, couldn't you? But yeah, thank you very much for watching this one, guys. I will see you for the next series of Wipeout with Real Madrid very soon. Thank you for watching.